Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my precious Taurus, and it's for September 2018. So it's for you, my gorgeous Taurus, and it's for September 2018. September is going to bring a really interesting situation, a situation that is going to make you reevaluate certain areas of your life, which is going to bring the whole new level of questions and the whole new levels of idea, and it's going to make you to reevaluate your financial situation. You reevaluate your financial situation because there is going to be a really big thing that is going to happen when it comes to the money, when it comes to the finances. It could be some kind of inheritance. Some kind of inheritance is going to come through, which is going to make, of course, other people having a part in it as well. But also, on another hand, this is going to give you the whole new world of opportunities and new ideas which are going to have direct impact on your life. When it comes to the actual number, it is a number 4 that you have this month. Number 4 is a fantastic number when it comes to numerology, but especially when it comes to the actual month of September, when it comes to you guys, because it is all about you feeling your own power, you regaining your own power, especially when it comes to your financial situation, and especially when it comes to your security, and especially when it comes to your own personal power and a personal security when it comes to your finances. You will be able to go to the next stage of your life, and you will be able to plan certain things and carry on doing what you're doing, but now you will be able to do this in a whole different way because the financial situation is going to improve. This financial situation that is going to improve, it is going to give you your own power, and also there is going to be an accomplishment that you are going to have. An accomplishment that you are going to have, it is going to be directly connected to something that you wait, and directly connected to what you were focusing on when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances in general. And also, basically, if you were kind of uncertain so far, if you were kind of worrying about things, you see, and these worries and these problems that you had were kind of like preventing you to move on and preventing you to go on the next stage of your life, what number 4 means as well, that there is a big problem is coming to an end, and that problem that is coming to an end is going to happen in the way of conclusion. There is an important conclusion that you are going to have, which means that there is a certain decision that you are going to make in September. This decision is going to be life-changing, this decision is going to be mind-blowing, and this decision is going to be very significant when it comes to you, when it comes to your partner, if you have a partner, and when it comes to your friends, and when it comes to your immediate family members, because everybody is going to be benefiting from this, okay? When it comes to the actual health, I can see again that your stomach and the digestion, you're going to have a lots of the negative, the sensitive area, it is going to be at around your stomach, at around your digestion, which means that even if you're eating perfect food and things like that, you're still going to be able to feel your tummy, still going to be able to sense your stomach and things like that. You know, one of those situations like when you eat and your stomach is constantly making noise and things like that. So it is a very highly recommendable, like I really highly recommend you, especially to you Taurus, to get something like aloe vera juice, natural aloe vera juice, and try to drink this on daily basis for a while. And also very important to get something like echinacea and the golden seal. Echinacea and golden seal is absolutely brilliant when it comes to boosting an immune system, and also when it comes to your stomach, when it comes to your digestion, the golden seal is brilliant. So these two particular herbs, the combination of them is absolutely amazing when it comes to the actual digestion, but especially when it comes to you and when it comes to the actual month of September. If you do decide to take echinacea and golden seal, then basically you do need to check with your doctor, or you do need to check with your GP whether you can take these natural herbs or not, because sometimes these herbs can interact with existing medications, okay? Only your doctor, only your GP can actually tell you this. And on another hand, when it comes to the actual energy levels, again, this is a brilliant month because your energy levels are going to pick up, and that on another hand is going to make you feel very optimistic, and you're going to be be able to achieve quite a lot. So if you do have a lot to do, if you have some kind of physical work, or if you have like quite a lot to do in general, September is going to be brilliant. Even if you don't feel like to do things, even if you feel like a little bit drained, a little bit tired, you're still going to have this power. You're still going to surprise yourself. As soon as you start doing things, you will be able to fly literally straight away, and you are going to surprise yourself. What you do now in September, December is going to be very, very connected to it. December 2018. So what's happening now in September? This is strongly going to be connected to the actual December 2018. Okay, so it's all quite connected, but especially when it comes to you, and especially when it comes to the months of September and December 2018. Okay, the first day that I need you to pay attention to is going to be the 1st of September. The 1st of September, it is just going to be quite unusual day. It's going to be quite weird day. It's going to be quite strange day, because you're going to wake up feeling a little bit weird. You're going to wake up feeling a little bit strange, and you're going to wake up feeling a little bit low, which is absolutely fine. This is going to be because the night before, the evening before, you're going to be so much connected to your spiritual guides. You're going to be so much connected to your subconscious mind. Your third psychic eye is going to be very enhanced, which means that you're going to be dreaming all sorts of things, which means that you'll be doing like astral projection and things like that, as we do this every single night. But some of us remember and some of us don't remember. Most people don't remember astral projections, but we do have these things every single night. The reason why I said this is because you, on the 1st of September, you will be receiving all sorts of important messages while you're sleeping. That's why in the morning you're going to feel a little bit like a strange, a little bit negative, like a part of like a slightly different dimension, but that is very, very quickly going to make you realize that you need to do this certain change. You need to make a certain change when it comes to your own personal development, and that is going to be really good, because that is going to be directly connected to what you do, to your financial situation, to your promotion, and also there is going to be an amazing outcome of past efforts going to be connected to a particular situation that is going to be, on another hand, connected to the realization that you're going to have on this particular day. There is somebody that is going to give you some kind of advice. There is somebody before the end of the day that is going to give you some kind of realization, some kind of idea, some kind of motivation, which is on another hand going to be really good, and it's going to make even more persistent, more resistant to kind of like, more persistent, I suppose, to go on to the next stage of your life. So, and also like the worries that you had are going to kind of, the certain problem and certain worries that you had are going to be kind of resolved through this situation. The 11th of September, it's going to be significant, because I just needed to warn you about somebody. There is going to be a situation that is just going to happen out of the blue, literally, and that situation, I need you to be careful, because there is going to be someone who is just not really good, somebody who is like a little bit negative, and somebody who kind of uses people. That particular person is just somehow going to manifest themselves around you, which means do not sign anything like for example, on the 11th of September, if you can change this day, if you can move this day, it would be fantastic. But don't start anything new, don't sign anything new, don't do any negotiations and things like that. If you haven't got a choice and you have to do it on this particular day, then that's just like it's a difficult situation. But if you can't change this day and you still do have to do something, sign something, start something, negotiate, then please do get like an amethyst pendant. You see this beautiful amethyst pendant, and it comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the actual link to get this pendant is in the description below. And I highly suggest to get this, not only to wear it on the 11th of September, for example, but every single time when we come across people like this, every single time when we come across situations like this, every single time when we know that we're going to be surrounded by the people that could be negative, that could use us, they project this very negative energy, okay? And if we can't help, like for example, like in situations like this, if we do kind of have to like deal with these people, then I would highly suggest to wear like an amethyst, because amethyst has got this ability to protect you, and it connects you to your spirit guides, it connects you to your angels, but above all, it helps you to make wise decisions, and it helps you against all sorts of negative energies. On another hand, the 11th of September, it's also going to be important because for the couples, for people who are in relationships, for people who are in love, there is something very significant going to happen. There is the whole new stage, the whole new level going to happen when it comes to your partner, your husband, your wife. Whatever it was happening in your relationship, for example, if it was really, really bad, if it didn't work, then something is going to get resolved on this particular day, okay? Whichever way it goes, it will happen how it's meant to happen. It will be how it's meant to be. If you kind of had the problems, you wanted to resolve them, you know, they will be resolved. If you wanted to move on, you will be able to move on. If you wanted to take the relationship to the next level, you will take the relationship to the next level. However, this is going to be very, very highly important time for those of you in relationship, because something very important, very significant is going to happen here, and your relationship is just going to go on the next level, and that level is going to be the level that it needs to be. And also it is going to be a very harmonious time, very harmonious energy, and it's going to be a lot to do with like understanding, and something important is going to happen in between two people here, very significant and very important indeed. The third important day is going to be on the 28th of September, my babies. The 28th of September, it's going to be an interesting day because it's going to be a bit of a wheel of fortune here. Bit of a wheel of fortune that you're going to have, which means that you're going to have an unexpected situation that is going to happen in your life out of the blue, and on another hand, it's going to make you to react in a certain way, in an unexpected way, and you will enjoy the situation that you're going to find yourself in. You will enjoy the problematic situation that you're going to find yourself in, and you will find it very challenging. This is what is beauty of the September it's going to bring. This is the power that the September is going to bring, and that situation is going to make you feel like really keen to go for the certain problems and to deal with the certain problems and to deal with an unknown situation, with a weird situation, and you're going to do really, really well, because that is just going to give you the whole control over your life, control over those areas in your life that you couldn't have a control over, especially those areas of your life that you felt like a really uncomfortable, that you didn't feel really confident, that what was making you feel really tired, what was draining your energy. This is going to be really, really big circle, because the big connection, the whole big circle, because it's so much connected to those elements of your life that were making you really negative. However, it's the whole new courage and the whole new strength is coming through, and an amazing day full of energy. This is a brilliant day because you're going to feel full of energy, and you're going to realize something very important about your current state, about your current life, about your current situation when it comes to what you do and what you focus on so much, and the determination that you've lost, it's going to come through. There was a certain determination that you had, and the certain determination was lost a little bit because of the certain problems, and the certain areas needed a bit more light and a bit more energy and a bit more you are focusing on it. But now this is all changing, which means that there is the whole new determination going to come through, and that is going to bring you lots of confidence. The 28th of September, it's also going to be a brilliant day for you, because if you want to start something brand new, if you want to try something brand new, if you want to test yourself, if you want to see how you're going to react in certain situations, if you want to go for things that you think that you can't go for example, the 28th of September is going to be like literally a magical day, because you're going to have this power, you're going to have this energy, and you're going to have this strength around you, about you, radiance that you may not even feel, that you may not even get straight away. But this is one of those things, like as soon as you open your mouth and as soon as you start talking, as soon as you let it go, you know, you will be guided by the very, very sacred spirits, you know, you will be guided by the angels, and you will do the right things and you will say the right things. So if you do want to start something, if you want to do something new, start something new, then 28th of September is going to be most certainly your day. Okay, and also when it comes to the actual beginning of September 2018, you will just want so much more. You will just feel like you want so much more. You will feel like you want you will feel like you want so much more, but you will also feel like you are able to breach and reach much further than you were able to do before, because there is a certain realization that you're going to have, that you need to release certain things out of your life in order to move on. There's no point to worry about things. There's absolutely no point to worry about things. There is a certain element that you will keep on worrying about, and you're going to come to the realization that you're going to release this worry, and that release is going to bring the whole new stillness into your life. And that stillness, on the other hand, is going to bring the whole new activation, and the activation is going to bring you the whole new determination again, which is going to make you and help you to focus on those areas when it comes to your near future, close future, that you weren't able to focus on before because you were keep on worrying about certain problems, and these worries and these problems were creating a negative energy that was actually enabling you to move on. So by the time when we come to the first part of September 2018, you will start getting slowly your balance back. Balance, because Tauruses, you were just a little bit out of balance, you see, so the balance is going to come back. The reason why you were out of balance is only because you were keep on worrying about things, and without certain particular problem when it comes to your home, when it comes to the certain very personal problems, and that without you realizing what was affecting you and was preventing you from being free, literally. So now the balance is coming back, but that balance is also going to bring a very uncomfortable situation when it comes to your security and power. But this is only in the first part of September 2018. But that's going to be slightly negative situation, because when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, it's just going to take slightly longer to actually do something. And this is directly connected to something that you wanted to do, big change that you wanted to do, and that change was also connected to your home, family, and also traveling. Now, security and power, it's actually to this negative situation, is going to make you to actually be very compassionate about somebody, because that person is going to be going through something very difficult. So there is a certain family member, there is a certain either family member or either really close friend is going to go through something really, really mind-blowingly difficult. This person is going to be all around the place. This is going to be so difficult, my goodness. And now this person is going to be grieving, this person is going to be going through something very difficult, and you are going to come through, you are going to help them. And this is something that is going to be so significant for you as well, for your own personal progress, because you will actually come to a certain conclusion yourself through this situation, and you're just going to start becoming very indecisive about certain part of your life, because it's just going to this situation is going to shine the light on how life it could be, what can actually happen to other people and things like that. And it's going to open up your mind, and it's going to make you really open-minded about those areas of your life and those situations in the life, like where other people are really, really unfortunate, or how unfortunate other people can be, and how much these other people can actually benefit from our love, from our power, from our energy. And also, by the time we get to the second part of September 2018, this is going to be fantastic, because it's a lot to do with your inheritance, it's a lot to do with the money, it's a lot to do with the amount of money that is going to come through, my babies. And this amount of money that is going to come through, it's going to be either inheritance, or it's going to be either some kind of amount of money that actually is going to be connected to other people as well, and you are going to be part of it. This inheritance and this money is going to be brilliant. You either get it straight away mid-September, or you're going to be aware of it, okay? And also, this is going to lead towards your own victory and mental clarity, because this is just something that you needed, this is just something that you counted on, and also this is just something that is going to be able to live your life more efficiently and do something efficiently, okay? It's going to be connected to the powerless situation, which means that you needed the money, or you needed the cash, or you needed financial situation in order to do something in your life, and you were waiting for it. And this is why this is a lot to do with your possession, this is a lot to do with your possessions, this is a lot to do with your home, your financial situation in general. Okay, and also when it comes to the actual work, when it comes to the actual career, there is a problem that is going to come through. There is a problem that's going to come forward. Is the situation that is going to happen, which is going to be connected to the other person in that situation. Also, you're not going to like it because you will be able to also see the different side to someone, not that nice side to someone, and it is going to confuse you quite a lot. And just remember, you know, sometimes, you know, people do go through very difficult things in life. Sometimes people don't like to talk about it. Sometimes people don't want to talk about it. Sometimes people find it really hard to talk about it. And when people don't talk about things, then basically what it happens is just like they start acting really strange. They start acting completely differently. They react completely differently. They have a different energy. They have a slightly lower energy, and this is only because there is like this accumulation of energy within them that is confusing themselves, and they're a little bit out of balance themselves, and that's why sometimes they can just act in a certain way. So if somebody is a little bit weird towards you, somebody who you know, if you're working, it's going to be somebody at work. If you're at college, it's going to be somebody at college. If you're retired, it's going to be somebody wherever you go on daily or weekly basis. You know, it all depends whether it's some kind of hobby you do or people that you see on weekly or daily basis. It all depends. But this is also going to, believe me or not, going to make you become creative, because it's going to make you become nurturing, believe me or not. Okay, nurturing and creativity. It's going to be awaken you, and also you will kind of get a whole new idea through this, because this is going to make you realize how difficult life can be and how people can react in a different ways to different situations in life. Or perhaps you're going to think like, oh, I would have reacted differently. I wouldn't react in that particular way. I wouldn't be like that. I would just say it, you know, I would just talk about it. But no, we are all different. So this is why we must never, ever judge anybody, because you just don't know what the person across the road is actually going through in order to act so strange and so difficult. Life is very complex indeed, you see, and this is exactly what you're going to be thinking about. This is exactly what you're going to be thinking about, how grateful you are to this life, and this is going to also, believe me or not, going to be very significant for you, because this is going to be followed by those of you who are at work. This is very significant time, because mid-September is going to bring apprentice, which means that those of you that are working are going to end up with a little bit more work, with a little bit more responsibilities, and that is just going to give you more vavavoom. That is just going to give you more power, more energy to kind of, you know, like to kind of focus on other things in life that will just make you feel really creative. Your creativity is going to be really good here. Very important for those of you who are actually looking for work as well. My beautiful Tauruses, if you are looking for work, mid-September is going to bring you something mind-blowing, something really good, something really significant. It is going to be connected to the elements, new elements where you're going to need to learn things, new responsibilities, but also on another hand, it is going to be very good when it comes to your own personal financial situation, because this means that this is going to be so much more money here. You see, the financial situation is going to be so great here, you see. So Tauruses that are looking for work, there is something significant going to come. Tauruses that are working already, there is going to be some kind of offer that you are going to have. And those of you Tauruses, my babies, that are retired and you're not working, there is also something very new going to start. This is going to be the new starting point for you, the new hobby, new beginning. It's something where you're just going to want to put all your energy in, and you're really going to start enjoying yourself. You're really going to start living your life, and again, you're really going to start feeling yourself again. And especially something that you've been focusing on for years and maybe didn't work out right, something that you wanted to happen for years and it didn't work out right, something you were just waiting for the right moment to kick off. Now the mid-September, it's going to be this kick-off time. Oh my goodness. So this is really good, Taurus. Okay, the third part of September is going to bring the situation that when you're gonna find yourself like thinking, there's going to be the moment whether you're going to be outside on your own, whether you're going to be walking, whether you're going to be sitting somewhere, whether you're going to be sitting in the car, but you will be by yourself, and on that particular day at the end of, on this particular day at the end of September, and you will be thinking about two things, and you're going to be completely unsure about two things, and these two things that you're going to be thinking about are going to be, one is going to be connected to your home, family, your situation in general, and the other thing is going to be connected to the actual finances, okay? And also this means to you really so much. This means to you quite a lot, which means that really direct family is connected to this, people who you love are going to be connected to this, your life is very much evolving around this particular thing, around this particular problem. So this is going to be something really important for you. So there are two things that you're going to be very indecisive about. Indecisive. But what is going to be really good is that you're going to realize that don't worry too much, because you're just going to bring yourself down. You're just going to make yourself really negative. It's pointless, okay? And because I say this, because just let it go, don't worry too much. You can think about things, it's going to come later on, okay? There is no point to worry whatsoever. It's so unnecessary. And this is the reason I say this, is because very shortly after you're going to realize that you're very resourceful. You're going to be very resourceful. There are not only two things that you're going to be focusing on. There are not only two things that you're going to be indecisive about, but there are lots of other branches that are going to come through this. And these other branches that are going to come through this are going to need a direct impact from somebody who is very authoritative, from an authoritative person to you, who is going to need to have the direct impact and direct edit with this particular situation. And this is on another hand going to test your own personal skills and test your own personal kind of power, you see, and also your own personal stamina, because you are going to end up feeling really good. You are going to end up feeling really great, because there is this whole self-confidence and courage going to come through. You will be tested a little bit. You will come across the situation that is just going to make you like, oh my God, I need to do this in order to do this, but then that is going to be really good, because the big wish is going to come through. The big wish is going to happen, and the big wish that you want to happen is connected to also somebody that you've been worrying about, somebody that you've been thinking about, somebody that you've been focusing on, and also to the materialistic part. There's a couple of things. It's true. This big wish is connected to some kind of problem about, connected to a certain person, but also materialistic thing comes to it as well. It looks like there is a certain decision that you're waiting for, certain decision that needs to be made, that is like really related to you, to this person who's really close to you, and to some other person who needs to make a certain decision. And you've been waiting. Guess what? The new decision is about to come through. The new decision is about to come forward, and that decision that is going to be made is going to be fantastic, bombastic, because the big wish is going to come through. The big wish is going to come forward, and this is going to make you feel really good, because this is something that you've been focusing for quite a long time. I can also see a little bit of like nostalgic time, a bit of nostalgia that you're going to feel at the end of September 2018, which means that the person from the past is going to come through. The person from the past is just going to happen to come forward. You're going to either see somebody when you go out, or maybe you see somebody on a social network, or maybe somebody just come through out of the blue, somebody just say hello to you just out of the blue. However, it is just going to be really wonderful time, wonderful situation. You're going to start feeling really cool, really cute, and it's also automatically going to be connected to the time when you had a great time in your past, when you were like all silly and doing silly things and enjoying yourself in a whole different way to the way you enjoy yourself now. It was the whole different experience back then, and now you're just gonna kind of live through this again, through this nostalgia, but in a good way, because also it's gonna make you feel really good, and it's gonna make you feel really proud of yourself. It's going to make you feel really proud about yourself as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, my beautiful babies, I'm going to use these tarot cards. I'm going to connect to you, Taurus. And first of all, I'm going to connect to you, Taurus, for those of you who are in relationships, okay? So Taurus in relationship, I'm going to put your energy in here. Taurus in relationship, okay? September 2018. So this is for Tauruses that are in relationship. What is going to happen? For Tauruses that are in relationship, what is going to happen in September 2018? Okay, Taurus in relationship. Oh, okay, interesting. It's for those of you that are in a relationship, this is going to be make or break time. I already said this. Okay, so there's a big problem is going to come to an end, but it's just some realization you're going to have as well. For Tauruses in relationships, something that you both hope to happen as a couple, something that you were both focusing on to happen as a couple, something that you've been working on, something that you've been waiting on. You know, the time is nearly there. The time is near. The time of changes, the time of happening, okay? You're just waiting for this time. You're waiting for the right moment. And now you will have a very powerful realization, both of you, that you are nearly there. Both of you are nearly there. And after that moment, you will both know exactly what this means, because you will be able to chill out. You will be able to relax, and you will be able to think about so many other things in life than just focus on this particular problem, this particular issue that you were both working on for a really long time. It was draining your money, it was draining your time, it was draining your energy, and maybe it's just like a kind of took lots of your both energy. So the realization in itself is going to be absolutely brilliant. And also as a couple, you will want to work on certain things in your life to change. You know, you will want to change certain things in your life when it comes to your maybe your home arrangements, when it comes to like what would you like to do next, what the next big step is going to be. You will want to think about really big steps, but this is really significant also because I can't explain how important this month is going to be for those of you that are in a relationship. Like very, very, very important time. Because as I said, this is going to be make or break. I said if the relationship is not working, for example, this is going to be the time when you're going to realize maybe it's time to move on. But very, very important also for those of you that are together, this is going to be the time when you're going to feel like, I want to show my love to my partner, I want to show my love to my wife, my husband, I want to show it. And that, on another hand, is going to take your relationship on a whole new level. I can see commitment, I can see engagement, I can see wedding, I can see all these sorts of things. This is how important September is going to be for you, Taurus, my babies, in relationships, okay? And also, what else is this saying? That basically you will have the whole control over situation, strength, courage, and energy. This is going to bring you the whole new determination that you needed, the whole new determination that you wanted. You're going to start enjoying yourself, you're going to start enjoying your life, you will start feeling your partner again, your partner is going to start feeling you again, because the bottom line here is that big problem is going to come to an end, and that big problem is going to keep the control over the whole situation when it comes to your relationship. Brilliant months. Okay, so now I'm just also going to connect to those of you Tauruses that are single, ready to mingle. Okay, so this is for you Tauruses that are single for September. I'm gonna put your energy here. Single September for Taurus 2018. Okay, Tauruses that are single, September 2018. Okay. Oh la la, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so now the first realization, Taurus, you need to move on from a certain person. There's somebody that was in your life, and that person needs to go, because there's somebody who was in your life that you're still focusing on, and somebody that was there, and somebody that your spiritual journey finished with, you know, it just came to an end. Sometimes we have our spiritual journey is meant to be with somebody else's life forever. Sometimes it's just just happen to be for the certain amount of time. It depends on our spiritual journey. It depends on our karma. What you need to do, you need to realize to move on from somebody who's not meant to be for you. So this is for those of you that are actually single. First of all, the September is going to happen with realization, and that person is not the right person for you. And this is somebody who you were focusing on, who you were wanted to be with, and things like that. And at the same time, you just blocked and stopped from everybody else coming into your life because you were focusing on this person. And you've got a very strong mind, Taurus, and this is why all your energy closed all the doors so nobody else was able to come in. So that's why this card is so important indeed. This is going to have the whole new enlightening experience for you. This is going to be a very significant time for you because you're going to start feeling warmth you never had before. You're going to start feeling people looking at you and people noticing you who didn't notice you before. You're going to start feeling sexy. You're going to start feeling radiant. You're going to start feeling really, really good indeed. And there is a romance that is going to come through, romance that is going to come forward, romance that is going to happen. Very significant, very powerful indeed, because this is somebody who's just going to be such a perfect match for you, and it's going to blow you away. As soon as you see this person, you will want to be with them. As soon as you see this person, you will want to feel them, you will want to sense them, and there is a really important romance coming forward. This is someone very powerful and very, very significant because it's going to awaken you all those feelings that were sleeping for a long time. You will be smiling, you will be feeling happy, your heart is about to open, and when it opens, it's going to be fantastic. You're going to feel good, you're going to feel like flying. Every time you see this particular person, this is exactly how you will want to feel, how you will feel. But also, you're going to feel very significant, very interesting, because this person is just going to give you, you're going to feel so motivated with this person. You're going to be able to feel this person in so many ways that you've never felt anybody else before, and you will start picturing yourself with this person. So there is some kind of romance on the cards for Tauruses for September. My babies, go out, enjoy yourself, because this person is just behind the corner. Go for it and enjoy yourself, because your life is about to change. Okie dokie, my beautiful Taurus, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you to bits. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Mwah. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.